Okay, we have a couple of minutes. We're going to start, and I'm waiting for you guys to share and tell your friends. We have 4 minutes, but I'm on. So just if you're here already, say hello. Tell me where you're from. Happy you're here. Please share with your friends. This is the Magnificent Life Call, where I will share my tools, my experience, how I've figured out. مش عارفة اللي بيحصل. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know what's going on here with my internet connection. But right now it is 10, so I guess we were supposed to start around 10. We have a minute. I'm still waiting to see who gets on. Today we're talking about your magnificent life, and we're going to be talking about health, one of the main components of our livelihood. I don't know what's going on. Why does all of us put good vibes that we get through the whole video well and it works? Okay. So anyway, let's start. So today I'm just going to review what we've done. We've done the wheel of life. We've figured out like where we're not a 10. We know our ratings. You've also taken some of them, taking 3, like one of them to change that in your life, and you start tapping on that, and you've written down 3. Okay, I don't know what's happening. I'm really hoping it works out well. Hi, Ilham. Okay, so we've just reviewed what we have already done, and today we're going to start concentrating. What I'm going to share is my experience and how I have done it to change my life, what I'm doing and still doing with you to systematically lead a more magnificent life and to have a happier life, have a better life. That's what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm taking one area at a time. I know life is all together, but because I just don't want to overwhelm you with too many things. So you have your wheel of life, and maybe the relations are not a 10, your money is not a 10, your health is not a 10, your spiritual practice or your spirituality is not a 10. I don't know, your friendships and social life isn't a 10. Your education or culturalization, maybe you want to read more, you want to go to the opera more, you want to go to plays more, you're not doing that enough. Wherever the pie has, they're not 10s, and probably they're not. You might have some 9s and 8s, and those are amazing, just leave them alone. That's good enough probably. But you have 4 or 5 things that aren't a 10. So, but what I've found out for me, it was easier working on one at a time. So I would take one, and like last week I talked about, what if it's exercise, my health? So I've decided to walk, and I've taken that decision, and I'll take my time until that's in. And the reason I've done that is because scientifically it takes between 30 to 90 days to get into a new habit. And it takes some time until you get it, if that's a habit I need to develop. So if I need to walk, it'll probably take 30 to 90 days to create a new neural pathway that it becomes part of my habit, and it becomes in the flow, and it becomes automatic. It becomes part of my program. Like at 6 o'clock I walk, so I don't even have to think about it. It's not heavy. It's not like, where do I fit it in? And I'm programmed, like I will not take anything, I don't let anything happen that time. So I know exactly at X time I walk. So anybody tells me, can you do it? No, I can't, because it's in there. There's no more decision making. There's no more I'm thinking, maybe I'll juggle it. It's there. It's part of my life. It's like waking up and washing your face. You don't usually wait till 11 o'clock or later to do it. The minute you wake up, you're in the bathroom, taking your shower, washing your face, brushing your teeth. It's become automatic. And it's not negotiable anymore. It's part of your life. And it's because your parents really, put this in, day out for a while when you were young, and it became just part of your life. So that's what I've done, and I've learned with a lot of experience. I was trying to change so many things, and it didn't really work, and it was overwhelming. It was too much. So now what I advise people is one thing at a time. Until we get it in and it becomes normal, then we can add something else. So you might be thinking, well, this is going to take forever. No, it won't. I'm not saying don't look at it. Like, let's say you want to change your social life a bit. At the same time, you're really working on your health, and so you want to do the walking. And you want to eat a little bit healthier, let's say. You do 3 things. So you said you're going to eat more salad, and you're going to make sure you don't eat so many pastries and lots of flour and, oily food. You're skipping that. Whatever you've decided, you're working on your health, fine. But in the back of your mind is this thing that I'd really like to start going more to the theater and the opera. Okay, it's there, it's okay, and it'll probably start embedding by itself because it's there. But I don't want to put it on the schedule and put an effort. I don't want you to write, and every Tuesday I'm going to go out to do this culture thing, and every Tuesday, because one thing at a time. Let's get it in the program, and then we can relook at the program and fit it in. Otherwise, a lot of overwhelm. Now, everybody's different, of course, but I'm sharing what I do, okay? And also, of course, we do a lot of tapping. So back to health, if it's a health issue, I'm going to tap. And not only am I going to tap to put it in my life, I'm also starting today introducing actually working even deeper on my health. So let's say I always have headaches or migraines, or I have I don't know, I have something else that goes on. I always have knee pain. I have knee pain. Now, of course, you're following with your doctor. We're not interfering with your medical plan. And anything you do with EFT, please do this at your own responsibility. If you need to talk to your doctor about it too. We're not giving you medicine. We're not asking you to do anything strange. But everything you do is your responsibility. Your health and wellness is your responsibility. So you have a knee problem, or you have headaches, or you have some. So on top of doing the steps towards better health, let's also add a bit of tapping. And I'm asking you from today, you're going to have 5 to 10 minutes of tapping a day on whatever area you're changing. Whatever area you're changing. Now we'll take a bit on health, and then we'll move on to other areas of life later. So I would wake up in the morning and see what's going on with my health. It could be a mental issue health, like I'm really stressed. I'm stressed about my exam today. I'm stressed about the meeting today. I'm stressed about preparing a proposal. I'm stressed that I'm late. I'm already late. I woke up late and I don't know how to get to the office on time. Whatever's going on, let's tap on that. So on your plan of improving your health with your 3 items that you're working on, I want you to add 5 to 10 minutes of tapping on health issues. And today I'm going to show you how to tap. If you're not familiar, most of you are, you're on my page, but anyway, maybe you share this with your friends. So tapping, emotional freedom techniques. How does it work? I'm going to give you the simplified version. We're just going to do what we call the simplified version of EFT, which works beautifully. So you figure out, first of all, you get a target. So the target is, I have a headache. All right, that's a very clear target. I have this headache. And then you start tapping on certain points. So we're going to rate this headache. So 0 to 10. 0 is not hurting at all. It's not a 0 because we're talking about our headache. 10, it's killing me. It's really, I can't even think. I can't function. That's a 10. So let's say it's a 7, it's a 6, it's an 8. I don't know. It's a 4, whatever it is. So just take a moment and just, what is this headache? If I rate it 0 to 10, rate it for yourself. If you can jot it down, that's good, because sometimes we're not very conscious of what happened. It was an 8 and now it's like a 2. There's a big difference. And we need to remember, oh my God, I had rated it at 8. It was bad. Okay, so now we have rated it and we know the target is at the headache. So number 3, we're going to start tapping. Tapping has this protocol. You start with tapping on what we call the side of the hand, sometimes called the karate chop area. We can use both. I'm switching to saying the side of the hand. And you take 4 fingers or 2 fingers. I use 4. And you tap here for 3 times. And you create a sentence. And we call this the setup statement. And the setup statement is simply voicing what the issue is. Talking about the target. So the target is, and you use these words. Even though I have this headache, the issue in between, I totally and completely love and accept myself. Or you could say, I'm okay. And there's other endings you can say. Something positive at the end. The traditional statement is, even though, with the problem in between or the issue, and then I totally and completely love and accept myself. And you do that 3 times. So even though I have this headache, I love and accept myself. Even though I have this headache and it's killing me, I totally and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this headache, I totally and completely love and accept myself. And it's called the set-up statement because it focuses the whole brain and everything else. I'm like, this is the issue I'm working on. It actually opens the file. That's what I say. It opens the file in the brain. Like, that's what I'm working on. I'm not working on my knee. I'm not working on my husband who yelled at me this morning. I'm not working that I don't know how to pay the bills. Right now, I'm working on this headache. All right? And then you're going to take 2 fingers and we're going to create a reminder statement. What's the reminder statement? It's something to remind me about the issue. So my issue is the headache. We did that. Now I need to like remind myself what I'm working on. So we're going to take 2 fingers and we're going to start tapping on 8 points. I'm going to show you those points. And I'm going to say the reminder statement. So for here, it's the headache. It's clearly this headache. Beginning of the eyebrow, side of the eye, this headache. Very gently, not way back here, not in the eye. It's on that bone and very gently. This headache, the reminder statement here is this headache. Under the eye, this headache. Under the nose, this headache. Under the chin, under the lips, we call this the chin point. In the indent, this headache. Somewhere below the collarbone, it's to the sides here or here. But it's okay if you just do this, like this. You will get it, and you can say this headache. Under the arm, 4 fingers under the arm, on the bone. So it's on that seam of the clothes. So this headache, and on top of the head, you can do this, or you can do it in this area. Not way back here, not way in front of here. In this area where, I don't know, if you had a headband, it would be right here. So it's right here. It's right above the ears. It's like this, in this area. You can do this very smoothly. And this is a really important area, and it's called this headache. That's 1 round. Take a deep breath. And do another round, same thing, this headache. You could add this, I don't know, this pins and needles headache, or this pounding headache, or you could just basically say this headache, or you could describe it. This really, it feels like there's a hammer in there, this hammering headache, this headache. And if you want to be really creative, you could say like, this headache, and you can ask your mind like, what color is this headache? And it could be, I'm just giving you more how to work with that, and it could be like this deep blue headache, 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 and this deep blue headache. And you just tap like that, and you take a deep breath. And you re-rate like what's going on. Most probably it will be better. It will be less painful. So if it was a 7, maybe it's a 3, maybe it's a 4. Sometimes it'll get worse, and that's okay. If it gets worse, it's going to get better in a few minutes. Because if it gets worse, it only means that somehow you open the file and you've gotten really close to what's the reason for this headache, and probably you've remembered something. And it could be something that seems bizarre. It could be like, what's going on with me remembering 3rd grade teacher yelling at me? Why is it now? Well, there's a reason. We asked the mind to open up the issue of the headache. And then, as we tapped this headache, just talking about the headache, it got worse. And my mind remembered 3rd grade teacher who was a really bad teacher, who was mean, and she yelled at me or whatever she did. Then you will need to work on that issue because it's related to that, to the body triggering that headache somehow. Okay? So anyway, now it's worse, so we're going to have to continue because it's like, you have 2 choices, either stop this or work on the original headache, work on this tissue of the teacher, or just continue this headache. So I'm just going to continue with this headache to keep it simple for people who are not experts with EFT. So even though I still have this headache, I love and accept myself. Even though I still have this headache, I love and accept myself. Even though I still have this headache, I love and accept myself. And what I've just used is you can use it if it got worse or got better, because we want to get it as close to 0 as possible. I want to feel better. So if it got worse, from 7 it's a 9, I can use that. And if it got better, it's like a 4 now, I can still use, even though I still have this headache, I love and accept myself. Still have this headache, 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 this headache. Okay, so I did forget my here. It's okay if you forget a point. Just get it the next time. You can tap on either side, and you can tap on either side. These you can't change. You can use your either hand wherever. You can do it this side or this side. It doesn't matter. They've done a lot of research, and pretty much it's the same. There are people who say use your dominant hand. There are people who say switch, but quite frankly, they've done it always. You can use anything. You can switch, you can do this, you can do this. Okay? So you've tapped until it's close to zero. And it's probably taken, if it was a headache, 5 to 10 minutes. It probably did not take more than that. And you're off to your work or do whatever you need to do. So what I want you to do is this week, start being in tune with your body. We're working on health now as part of our wheel, and everybody has a health. It's important. So even if your health was like an 8 and no problem, but be in tune with your body. So like in the morning, like, is everything fine? Where do I have a pain? Where do I have a pain? Maybe my knee a little bit, maybe my, I don't know, my back, maybe my shoulder, maybe my neck. Maybe I don't have anything at all, then I'm fine, that's great. But I mean, let's just be in tune. I want to show you, and I want us to start dialoguing with our bodies and start really communicating with the body. Because when you quiet down and like, I always notice this at night when I get in bed. So I get in bed and I quiet down, and then suddenly I find the pains, like, what's happening with my ankle? Like there's this sharp pain in my ankle, or what's happening with my, suddenly the day was passing, but I'm busy and I'm working and I'm talking. But now suddenly I can feel that my neck isn't really okay. No, it's not. So that would be a good time to tap, because I'm looking for what's underlying. Not, okay, so all day it was okay and I managed, so it must not have been very painful. But the fact that it's showing up and I notice it now, maybe there's something underlying it, causing this, because as we go further down in these sessions, we will be discussing how we save all the traumas in our body, in our muscles, in our body, in our organs, and that's why we're releasing, and working on our stuff right away, getting it as we go along. So, end of the day or in the morning, if you've had nothing to tap all day, let's communicate with the body, and I will be teaching you body dialoguing sometime later in these sessions, in these lives, but today that's all I wanted of you. Okay, so I've really taught you how to tap, and I've actually done a physical issue today because we're talking about health. I'd like you this week, this is this week's work, plus what you're doing as you've decided to work on one aspect of your wheel, and you've taken them 3 steps or 3 items you'll be doing. You're starting to implement 3 things, at least one. So let's say it was walking, let's do the walking. Maybe it was walking, eating less fried food, and maybe eating more vegetables and fruits. Okay, so I was just checking the time. So that's 3 things. We're going to add the tapping of 5 to 10 minutes a day until it becomes part of your life, because we're going to be doing this all along for all the other aspects of your life, your relationships, your money, your health, your social life, your success, your career, your dealing with people, whatever we're going to be working on your wheel. But we're starting today. Okay, I'm just going to check who's here. Ahmed, hello. Ilham, hi. Yes, hi. So if you have any questions, please put them right now or put them later. I will answer. Please share these videos with your friends. We're spreading how to change our lives, how to have an amazing life, how to, one step at a time, change the things that we'd like to change with ease, with flow, and okay, so we're done. With ease, with flow, and also with the new tools that actually catapult any self-development that we've all learned before. I'm talking about emotional freedom techniques. And yes, it will help in the career and in success and other areas. You'll say, like, how is this tapping going to help me with my money? It will. How is this tapping going to help me succeed? It will, because this is a mind-body technology that will change your life. We're going to get there. We're going to get there with our magnificent life videos and trainings, and we'll see how we're going to get there. For those who do know about EFT, you can write your comments and tell people what things EFT has changed in your life.